Hello and welcome to today's video. This is a book unhaul. We are going to be getting rid of some books. I've got a big pile of books over to my side that I've just been collecting over the last four and a half months. When I have read a book and not enjoyed it, when I'm DNF'd a book, when I decided I no longer want to read that type of book, that series, no longer want to have books by the author, that sort of thing, I've been putting them to the side. So we're going to go through that pile, but then I also haven't gone through my red shelves in quite a while. Definitely not this year. It might have even been late last year at some point, the last time I went through them. So we're also going to go downstairs and go through my red shelves and get rid of any books that I no longer want. I do keep a lot of the books that I've read if I've enjoyed them, if I think I'm going to reread them, if they hold memories, if they're nostalgic. Loads of reasons I'd keep books that I've already read, and I do have more read books downstairs than I do unread up here, so that is how I like it. But there are definitely some that I can look through, that I can go through and I can get rid of because I no longer do have interest in keeping them. So that is it, that is everything. It's going to be a book unhaul. Yeah, let's go downstairs and go through the red books first, and then we'll come back and go through the books I've been compiling over the last 4 and a bit months. So yeah, let's go through the red shelves. Okay, this is the small red shelf that is behind the bedroom door. That is basically everything except for fantasy, sci-fi and graphic novels. I think absolutely everything else is on this shelf. It doesn't go all the way down to the floor. We'll go shelf by shelf and talk through it. So yeah, time to put the Roofless Hat on and see what we're getting rid of. Okay, so up on this top row it's just different memoirs, and I've enjoyed all of them. Like, I want to keep all of those, so that's no problem. Down onto this one, yeah, these are all ones that I've intentionally purchased after reading, so these all stay. Oh, okay, so these three are definitely staying. This one is staying for now. This was okay, and I want to continue on with the series. This one was only single point of view, which I've decided I don't like and I'm not going to keep trying, but I believe the rest of the series is dual point of view. This one I've been keeping for ages, thinking that I'd try more Mariana Zapata, because she's like known for being like this slow burn person, but I have now realised like I don't like single point of view. I'm getting rid of it. That's the first one to go. Keep. Ooh, mistletoe motive. Keep for now. I really like Chloe Lee, so I've read all of the Bergman Brothers series but don't own them physically, and I really enjoyed those. But again, this was one that was meant to be dual point of view and then ended up only being single with like one bonus chapter from the other character at the end, and I just didn't love it. But I think I'll keep it. Do I keep it for now? Yeah, I'll keep it for now, but that might go another time. Then moving down. Okay, I think it's eventually time to get rid of this one, but I'm going to look up the author before I actually get rid of it, because I really like the writing style. I just don't like short stories. Like, in terms of short stories, this was not for me, but I did really enjoy them. I just kept wanting more. I can't actually remember how many there are, but like, yeah, there's a lot. So I did like this. I would recommend this if you enjoy short stories, if you enjoy like weird sort of fiction, but it wasn't for me. And then this one wasn't for me either, honestly. I know everyone loves this one, but I didn't love it. I think I gave it 3 stars in the end. I mean, 3 stars feels right now, so if I didn't give it that, that's probably what I should have. But again, it was a single point of view, and this is one that cemented it for me. The writing in this was amazing, but single point of view in romance novels just doesn't work for me. Let's move down to the mystery. I'm going to get rid of these. I don't even own book 2. I owned book 1 and 3, and I'm really glad I read them. Book 1 I actually think was really, really good, and book 2 and 3 just went downhill, but I ended up reading them via the audiobooks on my library, so I don't need to keep these. I don't think I'll ever reread them, but if that did ever, you know, tickle my fancy, I'd just get the audiobooks anyway. Then in terms of this shelf, obvious keep. This is like nostalgia keep. I really didn't like, I'm not even showing you what I'm looking at. I really didn't like the 3rd book in this series, but I wouldn't get rid of the 3rd book, and I would yeah, I want to keep that. Keep, and again, it's like a nostalgia keep. So yeah, moving down. Okay, I can actually sit here now to look at these next ones. Horror. I would say, yeah, these are nostalgia, the Demon Artist series, and then none of these horror have been perfect for me. Like, this one stays. Me and Joe read it together out loud. It's like a kid's book and it was amazing. This one I really like. There's definitely things it could have done better than what I liked. This one I think is well done, but I already knew the twist, and I do think that made the story less enjoyable for me. This one I invested so much time in, and like, I don't love where it went, but I did really like the writing. This one was disappointing, but I have thought about it so much. I think this is one, the Graveyard Shift, that I could get rid of at some point, but now's not the time. Same with Horror Store, to be honest. I'm not sure if I actually want to keep Horror Store, or I've got a video in mind where it's like, if you really like this popular book, try this less popular book. And I do own 2 books on the other shelves that I think do what I personally wanted from Horror Store even better. So yeah, they're all staying for now. Let's move down to these shelves. Can I zoom you in a bit? Okay, so this part of the shelf is poetry, and there's none jumping out that I want to get rid of. I do think I will eventually get rid of some of my poetry collections, but even the ones that I haven't given the best rating, I have enjoyed certain poems from them, like this one, Euphoria. I know I didn't give it the best rating. Overall, I didn't really enjoy this, but there were multiple poems in here that I did really like, so I'd want to like have a space to like collect the poems I like, I guess, before I got rid of them. Keep. I don't feel like I really need this one anymore. It's for younger readers, but like I'll keep for now. Keep. These 2. So these are like art books on Michelangelo and Monet. They weren't great. I would like to collect art books, but I would never reread these ones because they weren't good, so I think I'll get rid of these. But I do want to collect art books and like be able to learn about the different artists through history, so I'm going to look out for some better editions that I prefer of these when I'm book shopping in person, because I do also want them to be normal size, and a lot of the ones that I've seen that look amazing are like, yeah, like this tall. I couldn't fit them on any of my shelves, so I'm going to get rid of those. I don't really care about keeping this one, but it's Jay, so it either lives on this shelf or lives over on Jay's shelf, so I don't need to worry. Keep. Okay, moving down. Can you see this shelf as well? I think you can. There we go. This is more general non-fiction here. Love these. Love the 404 Inkling series. I didn't like this, but I annotated it so much and wrote in it so much that like I'll keep it for now, but I don't know, maybe at some point that'll be one that just has to go. I actually really didn't like Letters to a Young Poet. It's one of those that I feel like you're always told like you should read and like it's so good, and honestly I kind of just thought it was a bit of a twat. I know that people are like really like big fans, but yeah, I think I will get rid of that one. Keep. Letter from Birmingham Jane is also one that I didn't rate, like, and I don't know how to rate because I didn't really like it, but I think I'd like to analyse it more in the future. Like, I am glad I've read it, and I think I would like to keep it so I can go through and analyse it better in the future, because I do think there's a lot of important things in here. Right, in the pile upstairs you'll see more books by this author, and I think I'm going to get rid of this. This used to be my go-to book for when people were saying, let's just say, controversial things about feminism, but this author I've recently found out is transphobic, so you can't be a feminist if you're transphobic, because if you don't include trans women, that's not feminism, so that can go. And then we have more memoirs. These definitely keep. This one I enjoyed. I think I will definitely keep it for now. I do own Barack Obama's more recent memoir. I don't know if I'll feel the need to keep both of them once I've read that one as well, but for now it can be kept. Keep. Oh, I did not like this. I did not mesh with this writing or this author at all, so yeah, that one can go, and that one is keep. Okay, there we go. If I put those that way for now, put them up against there. There we go, that looks neater. And then down here I don't think there'll be anything to get rid of, but let's double check. This is my classics, and yeah, we'll keep all of those. And then this down here is all my middle grade and younger reader books. Really want to keep all those. We've got Narnia. I don't know if you'll be able to see, so I'll just tell you what's here. We've got Narnia, we've got Percy Jackson, we've got Spiderwick Chronicles, we've got a book called Wink, a book called Skellig, Goth Girl, and Amelia Fang. And then these ones. And yeah, those are all I've just moved the wrong pile. Those are all keep. Let's move to the main shelves. Okay, these are the main shelves. The white one is mostly blocked by the chair, so I'll do that second and I'll move the chair out the way. But this main shelf here is my main shelves. All of the shelves on this are mine except for that top one there, which is Jay's, so we'll be ignoring that today. And I'm just going to go through it same as I did the previous shelves. These are all fantasy, sci-fi, and then the very bottom shelf of this main one, which you actually can't see, it's lower than what you can see currently, is graphic novels. So let's go through them. Okay, up here we've got like older favourites, like young adult favourites. I think, yeah, I definitely think I want to keep them all. The only one I'd consider getting rid of is this one, This Wicked Fate, but it is the second book in the duology of This Poison Heart and This Wicked Fate. And I loved the first one. I just thought the second one was a little bit disappointing. I didn't love how the second one continued the story, but it is just a duology, so I think for now I'll keep it because I did really love the first book. So yeah, all those are staying. They're all like majority, literally except for the Caleb Bayron, books that I read when I was like a teenager and still love. So then skip Jay's shelf and let's come down to this shelf. Keep for now. I didn't love A Song for the Wild Bull as much as a lot of people do, but I have also heard that books 1 and books 2 together kind of make up the whole story, and I think a lot of what my problems were that like the story did feel quite weak and it did feel like half a story, so I want to reserve my full judgment till I've finished the series off. Then keep down here. I want to keep these. This is the Jennifer L. Armentrout, but I'm not currently reading these. It got too complicated. There's like 2 series on the go and they're all intermingled. I'm waiting until they all come out to read anymore, so keep for now and hopefully I enjoy when I do eventually finish this series off. Keep, an old favourite. In the forever home, I would love to be able to have a shelf just for these like teen favourites, like the books that I read as a teenager and I just want to keep hold of them. This series I don't remember, but I do remember that it was like the series that I kind of attribute to getting into like fantasy romance, paranormal romance, which is now my most read. I can remember for the first time since living here having really bad trouble sleeping at night and wanting something different to keep my brain occupied, and binging this on Everand, and it really opened my eyes like, oh, like I don't think this was necessarily the best written, and I've read a lot more since and I don't think it was, although I can't remember it very well, but it opened my eyes to so much and I do attribute it to that. So this is, I don't think I'd necessarily call it nostalgia, but I keep this for those reasons. Binty! Oh, these two here, Fina and Defect, are the books that did for me what I wanted Horror Store to do. They aren't horror, they definitely are sci-fi, so if you really wanted the high horror aspect, I don't think they'll do it. But Horror Store was meant to be quite comedic and quite fun, and Fina and Defect definitely do that, so would highly recommend. I will keep this one for now as well. I would eventually like to replace it with the hardback. It's a very long story, but essentially when I ordered the paperback it had the same cover as original as the hardbacks do in the pre-order, and then it got swapped and I'm not very happy with the cover, to be honest, so I have since then only purchased them in hardback when they're on sale, and I would eventually like to get the hardback copy for this because that's how I originally read it. I read these first two when they were self-published, and these covers just scream this series to me. The cover that the paperback does not. Keep, love HMRC. Keep. Okay, moving down. Then keep for now. I'm currently reading book 5. Book 5's not going amazing, but we'll keep for now. Loved. I will keep this one. I did really enjoy Day of the Triffids, but I will say I don't ever know whether to keep it on these shelves or keep it in with the classics, but for now it's here. Where Would Children Keep? Zodiac. I don't know whether to just get rid of this one. Basically, I want to own this entire series, and I ordered this one because it was super cheap second hand and was in as new condition, which it is, but it's not the same editions as you can just buy. It's a different edition. It's taller and matte and doesn't have the same stuff, so I don't know. I think when I buy the entire series I will end up repurchasing book 1. I guess I can keep it for now, but that will go at some point, but to be replaced with the same book but the like matching edition. Keep, it was fine. Oh, I am going to get rid of this. It's not going to be properly got rid of, like I'll unhaul it from my shelves, but my partner Jay wants to read this one, so I'll just pass that on to him because I didn't enjoy it. It is a novel, but it reads more like short stories, and if you check the Goodreads now, more people have marked it as short stories than novels, so at least now if you're picking up this book for the first time and you do check Goodreads, it does say short stories even though the book's not advertised as that way, but that's how it reads. This one's one that I didn't enjoy, but it's made me think a lot, and honestly I could go on entire rants about this book. After finishing this book I ended up on bloody like statistical websites and UBI trackers and looking into like tens of different trials they've got running, and couldn't find anything that supported how they did it in this book, and really did enjoy the author's note and all that sort of stuff. But I still think about it and it still makes me angry, and I'm going to keep it for now. In my head I need to keep this until I've resolved my feelings, but I think my feelings are just like, this was stupid. But yeah, anyway. for clarity, I think UBI would be an amazing thing, but in this book it's a yearly thing and it doesn't make sense how it's done, and there's a lot of things in place that just doesn't make sense, and the author's note at the front says this is a realistic look at what could happen, and it's not, and no. Keep. Oh, I've just found out yesterday that the third book and final book in this series is dropping. It wasn't meant to come out till fall, and I saw a post by the author yesterday saying it's coming out at the end of May, so very excited about that. Keep, but I do need to prioritise finishing this because I read this ages ago, and if I don't pick it up soon I won't. Keep. Do you know what? I might get rid of these. I might get rid of the Emily Wilde books. Yeah, I hate Jay's ugly alarm clock, and it looks like it's damaged this book now, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of these. I actually just don't like them. They're not for me. The third book's come out, which a lot of people think is going to be the final book, and I have no interest in picking it up. So that for me tells me I should just get rid of them. So I think I'm going to, yeah. I'm gonna. I haven't enjoyed it. I've wanted to enjoy it. It sounds like it should be what I like. I love cozy fantasy, but it hasn't worked for me. Okay, and then down to the graphic novels. I imagine I'll be keeping all of these, but let's have a look. In fact, I'm gonna move this chair first so I can get to them better, and then we'll have a problem. Keep the Tea Dragon ones. I love them. Keep the Junji Ito one. Keep Bingo Love. Keep Saga, I've absolutely loved Saga. Keep Back to Sophie. Keep Laura Olympus. Keep Hot Chocolate. All of these I loved and would see myself rereading, so like they're just obvious keeps. Keep Bean Cakes. Keep Princess Ever After. Keep The Sad Ghost Club. I own the fourth book in this, I really need to get to that one. Keep Wind. Keep Nimona. Keep Taproot. Keep Sheets. Keep Pumpkinheads for now. I feel like it's one that could go. I'm really glad I read it, but I thought it'd be one that I reread in the autumn, and I haven't. But I do really like the art style. I do think it's really cool, so we'll keep that one for now. We'll keep this one for now, but I'm not sure if I will reread it actually. I did enjoy it when I did. It was fun, but maybe, I don't know. But yeah, we'll keep it for now, but I'd say both Pumpkinheads and Everyone's an Alien When You're an Alien Too are both ones that could be unhauled in the future. Keep Garlic, keep Bangs, keep Spy Family, but I did read volume 1 so long ago. I think it's enough one that, like, if I'm going to continue it, I need to start prioritising it. And keep the dinosaur ones. Okay, so keep all those. Let's move to the other bookshelf. Okay, there's loads of cars and loads of people going past. It is just after 3, so schools are probably finishing, but I'm going to try and do this shelf really quick. Keep all the Archangels books. Keep Terry Pratchett. Another big favourite series, absolutely keep. Another older favourite series, absolutely keep. Can you see this shelf? No, let's angle you down. Before the coffee gets cold, I'm happy to keep the ones I own. I'm not sure if I want to continue on with this series anymore. It seems like more and more just keep coming out, but I own the first 3 and I've read them and I enjoyed them. The first one was definitely the best, but I also really enjoyed the second one. The third one, not quite so much. Keep both of those. I'm hoping to continue those series this month. Keep. I'm hoping to finish this series in the next few months. Keep. It was good for the time. This is the Linger? I think it's called the Shiver series by Maggie Stevewater, and I did really enjoy it when I read it. Raven Boys, keep the first one. Haven't finished this series yet. Don't know if I'll keep it once I've finished it. Hunger Games, keep. These 2 Sarah J Maas books, the Crescent City ones, I own books 1 and 2. I never even brought book 3 because it was really disappointing. I guess keep for now, but again, like, I could be persuaded to part with these in the future if I am running out of shelf space, because I didn't like how this ended. I don't know. And then there's also one more here which I don't think you can see, called Loneliest Girl in the Universe. I don't remember much about it, but I remember really enjoying it when I read it, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, so we'll keep that one too. And I think that's it. So yeah, we'll go take all those upstairs. I will show you the final pile and then also tell you about the ones that I've already been putting to the side and saving throughout the first 4 months of the year. So as you would have just seen, these are all of the books that I are getting rid of from the shelves downstairs. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 books here. 13 books that are going to go from downstairs. I'm pretty sure I gave you my reasonings for all of them as I picked them off the shelf. So yeah, these are the 13 that are going, that are books that I've read in the last, well, there's some on here that I read ages ago and I've just now decided to get rid of. So yeah, these are books that I have read and I'm now getting rid of. So yeah, that's our first pile. Then, as I said, I do also have a pile round here. And these are some even more books I'm getting rid of. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books here. So we're getting rid of 23 books total today. Let's just start going through them. First of all, we have Off to the Races. This is a cowboy romance. This is the first book in the Gold Rush Ranch series. I really tried with this one. I made it 54% of the way in and I couldn't do it. I really wanted to give cowboy romance a go this year, and I honestly have. Like, I gave this one a go. I also, I mean, I made it like 1 chapter into the first book of the other series by this author, but it's just not for me. I really wanted to give it a go because last year in 2024 I gave sports romances a go that I did not think I'd enjoy, did not think would be for me, but I actually really enjoy them and I read them relatively frequently now. Like, they are a high percentage of the romance books that I read, and cowboy romance is the big popular one, so of course I wanted to give it a go. But I think the difference for me personally between sports romance and cowboy romance is sports I don't like, I don't enjoy, I don't get it. Like, it's not for me, but I can read it and have fun with it in a book and get behind someone who is excited about it and stuff like that because it's fun. Whereas cowboy romances, when it comes to horse racing such as this one, or bull riding, which was the other series, I just, my ethics, I can't let go of my ethics. I think this is wrong, this is bad, and I can't do that. Even like the characters in the series, they were like, oh, I wouldn't treat my horse how a lot of other people treat their horse, and like all this stuff. And it's like, do you even know it's bad? And this place doesn't need any money. Like, they don't need money, they're rich people. So why would you do it? Why would you put money into an industry that is bad and treats animal bad? I don't want to start ranting about animal welfare and rights right now. Definitely a topic for another time, but I can't get past it. And I would definitely say there is animal abuse in this. The main characters don't want it to happen, but it still does. So, do you know what I mean? Like, I just, no. On that same note, I can't even remember where it was now. I think it must have been Kindle. I did cancel my Kindle Unlimited subscription this year, but it must have been before I did that. I did try and read the first book in the Chestnut Springs series, I think it's called. I can't remember what that one's called, but I didn't even make it the full chapter in. I was like, I can't do this. It was not even horse racing, it was bull riding, which, yeah, let's not get into it. But I did own both Reckless and Powerless in that series. I think this is books 3 and 4. It might be 2 and 3, but I think this is books 3 and 4 in that series. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, I can't do it. I can feel myself getting riled up just thinking about these. So I'm glad I gave it a go, because in my head I didn't think I'd like cowboy romances, but I didn't want to have preconceived notions and have things that I couldn't support. But yeah, cowboy romances, not for me. So those are gone. Then the only other romance I've got here that I'm getting rid of is Dating Dr. Dill. I tried to read this twice. The first time I didn't make it as far as the second time, but essentially I just didn't like our characters. They seemed fine by themselves, and like, I'm sure if I'd have continued reading they'd have figured it out together, but I didn't like them, and I didn't like the people they allowed in their lives. I didn't like the things that they allowed to go on in their lives. Every single side character was absolutely dreadful as a person, and I just couldn't. This isn't a reading vlog, I will link it up above. I think it'll be up here. This is my romance reading vlog where I decided to DNF this for the final time. So yeah, that's Dating Dr. Dill. Then, as you'll have heard me mention when we went through the shelves downstairs, my red shelves, I'm getting rid of this one because of things that have come out about the author being transphobic. There is a lot of conversation about that like, they reckon they're not transphobic, but they don't see trans women in feminism and stuff like that, and there's a big news article, I'll put it down below, and I read through that and came to the conclusion that even if the author doesn't think they're doing wrong and doesn't like want to, I don't know, I guess vilify trans people, their actions are causing a great amount of harm and they are not educating themselves and seeing that. So I don't want to support that author and I don't want to read by that author, so I'm getting rid of these 3 that I owned by them as well. I did get all these second hand, so like I'm not giving money to the author, so I do feel better about that. But this is Half the Yellow Sun, Purple Hibiscus and Americana. The only one I really wanted to read out of these is Americana, but it's just not worth it for me. It's not worth it, so I'm getting rid of them because of problematic things with the author. And then the final 3 I'm getting rid of, I'm actually only getting rid of them because I have duplicate copies of them. I have got really into Saga, the graphic novel series, over the last few months. I purchased books 1, 2 and 3, read them. I was so wanting to continue on. Honestly, like, I don't have the money to buy them new. Like, graphic novels are expensive and I understand it. The artwork and the time and the printing that goes into them is, you know, like insane. It's amazing. It's so much. Personally, I couldn't justify spending that sort of money on it, so I've been looking for them second hand, and the only way I can find buying books 1 to 9 cheap second hand was getting like 1 to 9, not just 4 to 9, which is what I needed. So I did end up with duplicate copies of volumes 1, 2 and 3, so I will be unhauling the duplicate copies. The rest of them are on my shelves downstairs, and yeah, I'll just sell these on. I'll put them on Vinted. A lot of these will end up on Vinted, and the ones that I don't think can sell on Vinted I will take to my local charity shop. But yeah, volumes 1, 2 and 3 are Saga as well, which, I mean, I don't need 2 copies of, but I did thoroughly enjoy, so that's not a bad unhaul. And those are all the books. That is 23 books I think we said total I'm getting rid of today. And that is it. That is it. This probably hasn't taken too long, and I know 23 doesn't seem like a massive number, but it's progress and I feel good. I feel good about this. I feel like it's a good amount and I'm happy. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Please do give it a like if you did like it. Subscribe down below to see more content like this, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.